Hello, Internet. This is the Root. I did get an email announcement from Vimeo, which I was sincerely planning on using as the archive at a modest yearly cost until things changed. You know what that change was? Well, it is no longer unlimited storage at a limit based on the plan I chose, the plus one, of 5 gigabytes a week with unlimited storage. They have now changed everything, which I thought it was unlimited until I read further on, to, you know, for the free basic, it's 5 to 15 gigabytes. I forgot how much it was. And for Plus, it's 250 gigabytes, 250. Pro, 1 terabyte. Pro Plus, I think that's what it is. It's 2 terabytes. And Expert or whatever it is, the final one before Enterprise, there's one that's 5, and there's one that's 7 terabytes max. You can't go beyond that. And now the other one with Enterprise, which I cannot afford, the other 3 plans I will not be able to afford because my budget will not allow for it. Billed annually, but on a monthly basis, I cannot. The Enterprise is more than $300 or $400 a month, maybe $2,000 a year, and possibly that's limited to 20 terabytes. Well, if you know, with any archive, that's going to undoubtedly exceed the storage limits. I'm not much concerned about bandwidth. It's storage. And that forces me to change plans. The plan was to put everything on Vimeo as the main archive. And now, since they made changes, I am forced to make changes. Now, assuming Dailymotion is not going to go that route, I may have to use Dailymotion as the main archive. And drop Vimeo back to the basic plan, which undoubtedly is going to result in most of the recent archived videos that I produced getting purged, unfortunately, and lost to the dust should I downgrade. Which is unfortunate, but guess is what I'll have to do. Now, I'm considering maybe another platform. The archive, Fiddler, is closing. So, and the discs they sent with the entire archive of videos, that includes video blogs and all that, and some covers and that, which I don't really care about. It's going to allow me to reduce the amount of videos that I ultimately put on the main archive, in which the main archive is completely in limbo right now. It's either going to be Dailymotion or another platform. Now, once I got that email from Vimeo, I didn't think much of it until I read the entire thing, and then I had to really think about it for a long period of time. I got it this morning, so time is of the essence. So I had to think about it, and think about it hard, before I got this video produced. And, yeah, it sucks having to deal with such a thing and I'm not going to be in a panic. Well, dealing with the current Canada Post strike and all that, the disc is likely being held at the post office or distribution network. And I'm not going to get that archive until everything resumes. Pending it doesn't get mishandled or damaged, which I really hope not, because this would unfortunately suck. And the archive would be completely lost. Yeah. mechanical damage. And they typically don't, you know, when they deal with servers and all that, they don't deal with SSDs. They deal with hard drives. So, in all honesty, I just hope it did not get mishandled at the post office or the distribution center. And yeah, that would suck. But then again, it would be out of my hands and out of my control. Yeah. As for the current state of the archive and, you know, moving it over, I'm gonna be considering another platform that's, you know, not gonna go the way of a dodo bird or dinosaurs in roughly 10 years or more. It's hard to tell what YouTube's current structure is gonna happen in 10 years. And as content creators, right? We don't normally stick to this one sole platform due to, you know, abuse of said reporting features, of which many, not just myself, have been the subject to. I've been the subject of said abuse. That has cost us a lot of our work and our time put into that work. That's why we use multiple platforms and not just one. Because otherwise, we'd all be starting from scratch again and again and again and again and again. And you know how annoying that is to start from scratch, to lose everything. Yeah. That's why an archive's important. Or not just an archive, multiple platforms. So, yeah, I'm going to be in search for it. If I cannot find a suitable one within I think 10 to 15 days time, I believe, or maybe shorter, I'm just going to stick it onto Dailymotion and keep it that way. And, you know, just hope for the best. Yeah. And, you know, for the archive to live on for eternity, it would have to ideally be a platform that's, you know, not going to die in 1, 2, or 3 decades. And, you know, that gets everybody concerned, because what's going to happen to our videos once, you know, humans don't live forever? What's going to happen to our archive then? Or what we produce, our legacies? Yeah, will they go away forever? Will they remain? Who knows? An asteroid hits this planet, or we get a super duper volcano, you know, Yellowstone, that erupts. That could wipe out the internet in total, completely. And then, well, that's out of that's out of our control, you know. Or no, let's just say not just an asteroid, another planet that gets careened out of orbit. Who knows? That nobody knows what's in store in the next 2 decades or 100 years from now or more. Just thought I'd bring that up. Back on topic. As for the archive, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. Once that disc arrives, I'm going to have to, if I choose a Dailymotion, which I'm likely going to, compress each file to mag constrictions so it fits, and so it's above 32, at least above 50 megabytes, because Dailymotion has problems uploading anything that's below 50 megabytes. Either the upload fails, or yeah, definitely it just fails to upload. It just fails to accept the file. So that's probably a glitch on their behalf, because it doesn't recognize anything smaller. You know, H.265 as a big video file, you know, as a video. Because I test uploaded a photo. Yes, a photo of that size so you can make it super high, and it failed. And I rendered a still video roughly about that size, and it failed to upload. Yes, it was a video. Standard format, standard whatever Dailymotion specs are. I adhered to it and uploaded it. It failed to upload. So it has to be above 50 megabytes for it to be accepted. So that's not a problem with using H.265 compression or X.X265. You know what I'm talking about. Havoc, ATPC. That's what I'm going to have to use to compress most, if not all, the videos if they're too big for Dailymotion in order to fit within the constraints. There are limits of 4 gigabytes of video. That's fine. I don't really do it far below that. And 10 hours per week, or you get in there. Well, some of them are quite long, and I'll have to live within those constraints to get the archive fully uploaded. Or, if I don't choose Dailymotion, choose another platform, and hopefully it lasts for a long time and doesn't, go extinct. That's why the archive has got a suitable place. And for my oldest productions, they can be viewed right up to my latest productions, which can also be viewed. So, yeah, this is going to take a long time to get done, to be considered, and to process. It's not going to be an easy one. Not at all. And it can be frustrating. Yes, really frustrating, if you want to put it that way. I want to be able to preserve as much as possible. As such, if any content creator, they want to do the exact same thing. They want to put it out as many platforms as possible, probably using tools that can do that. I've heard about a few. And yes, those tools now cost money. They used to be free. So, not going to be an easy task to do it manually. But if it supports bulk uploading and there's not much constraints, I can get it done. And if there's a file size limit up to 15 gigabytes, that's a Rumble, but others about pretty much the same, 10 or 15, I can compress some of them to meet those guidelines, to meet those constraints. So that won't be a problem. I just hope they don't go the way of restricting it to a set number of storage, like Vimeo is, because that's not what I thought was going to happen. But, they make changes. And I'm not about to have multiple accounts open there just to have an archive, because that's not the proper way of doing it. Consistency. Okay, well, thank you for taking the time to watch this video blog and seeing what I have to deal with in terms of the archive and what I'm now faced with. So going forward, I got some planning to do. That's going to be fun. Anyways, feel free to subscribe and have a great holiday. Because, well, I'm not saying the commercialized holiday, and I'm not going to name it because you already know what it is. I'm just saying, have a great day. And again, thank you for watching, or for those that are here, visually impaired, listening. Because if video sites are accessible, YouTube most commonly is, others should be. And I would hope they are. Cheers.